Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Angie, also known by Colombian Catfish by my fellow people. Welcome back. As I said, if you're new, nice to meet ya. Hopefully you stay and you chill with us for a little bit. But if you're coming back, then thank you for being faithful, unlike these men out here, you know. But this is the look I brought you guys today. So I went to see Venom with my partner and it was alright. But like the costumes and stuff is like what got my heart pumping. So I was like, it'd be pretty dope to try to do this, like, you know, so this is what I did. You will see me pose at the end of the video to hopefully get like a full feeling of it, you know. And also you can go to my Instagram to see the pictures that I will be posting, so you can like really see it and zoom in and stuff, you know. But this is the final look. A little song, you know, the whole thing. It is the first time I do something like this, guys, so please have mercy on me. I did not paint my ears. Yes, I know I didn't, because I had my hair down at the end of the video and in my pictures. But I hope you guys like it. As always, if you do like it or if you like the content I'm putting out, please give me a thumbs up. That way I know that you guys are enjoying it. If there's anything you guys want to see or want to request or want to know about me, or like a Q&A, any of that kind of stuff. I haven't done it just because no one's really requested it, so I don't know if you guys are just into the makeup and not me yet, like we're not there yet. Let me know. I'll do a Q&A, and if so, let me know what you want to know about. But that's it. I might be uploading this a day late. I apologize sincerely, but I'd rather give you guys my best editing than like my doodle editing. And it's 3:27 a.m. so you guys know I'm committed. I am. But I will talk to you guys soon, and as always, please tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend, and that's how we gonna get it poppin'. And I will see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoy it, and thanks again. So starting off, I chose to go with the symbol on the chest just because it is in white, like pure white. So if I did the black on top, or if I did this later, it would mix in, look grayish, muddyish. So I did this part first. The way I tried to do it was to do dots like on both sides at the same time, in order to get a stencil out so they can be even, or at least as even as possible. And then I just did each leg like that. I did 2 dots closer to the head of the spider, then the other dot, and then the third dot closer to my shoulders, and then just started filling that bad boy in. But I'm gonna show you guys how I did a full leg, and then that's just how I did the rest. And I'll be back in a little bit. Enjoy this. So a little tip that I do feel might be helpful for you guys if you try to do this or anything like it, is that the brush you see me using here is actually an eyeshadow brush, and it's one of the square flat ones. The reason I did that was because it helps the lines come out a lot sharper, and also like to fill it in, as you see me doing here. I would just lay it flat and it would give me that whole fill-in line. And whereas when I tried doing it with a paintbrush, since it's like, for lack of a better word, like flimsier, it wouldn't really do those straight rigid lines. So I use an eyeshadow brush, and since this is water face paint, it doesn't really mess it up or anything, so you just wash it off later. Here is a little fast forward to all the legs being done. I did 4 on each side, And then what you saw me doing the outer outline of the mouth with was actually a face paint marker. I used this in one of my previous videos that you guys can see, and I hope you do see. So it's a face paint marker, and those are for me, they're better to use for outlines, just because then I go over it with my paint and I know where not to go. So after I use the outline of the face paint marker, I go in with pink face paint, which is gonna be the gum situation. So I start off with just regular pink, and then later you guys are gonna see me finagle it, you know. You got issues that I won't mention for now, 'cause we're falling apart. So I'm going in with another one of those face paint markers. This one is now a red one, and I'm doing like the outline of the gums. So that's why you see me doing those little arches, because that's where we're planning to place our teeth later, and we're giving them the space they need now, instead of later doing it on top of another color and then it gets ugly. With that same red face paint marker, I'm outlining my tongue, which you just honestly have to get creative with it. I did want it to have more of like a animated but not really kind of look, so I did do like it bulging in one place and then slithering in another direction. Your makeup wipes will be your best friend. It is, mine at least, is water, just regular face paint. So with a makeup wipe, I would literally just take it off, redo it, fix it. I do have extremely pointy nails, so it would just help me get in like the crevice of it and stuff, and just make lines sharper. But keep a whole pack. I use Neutrogena makeup remover wipes, and those are my favorite. I've tried a lot so far, but you know, that's my little recommendation to you. And just finagle it, you know, it's just face paint. You can get rid of it if you don't like it. You can fix it, adjust it, make it to your liking. But you got this, girl. And boy, you got this. I think we should rule out the limit for now, 'cause we're falling apart. To fill in my tongue outline, I just use red face paint, and when I start going down into the longer end of the tongue, you see that it's going to go into that white logo, that spider logo that we did, and it starts creating a pinkish color, which actually we want, because our tongue is not going to be bright red. We want it to have the pink hues, and we're going to blend it later with a little more pink and white as well. So don't worry about it. It's definitely going to go over your logo, but regardless, I did the full logo because I didn't know where exactly it would land, so that way I was safe regardless. So don't worry about the mixing. You want the mixing, and later we're going to do our strategic mixing in a bit. So what I just showed you guys is another face paint marker. This one is in a yellowish color. It's not like a sunflower yellow, it's like a mustard yellow. So that's what I was using to literally draw out the outline of every single tooth that I was gonna put on, because again, I don't want it to get muddled later when I'm using the actual paint. I don't want it to become one clump. So the outline, even if I didn't fill it out corner to corner, it would still give it that separation that I wanted them to have. And I used yellow because of personal preference. When watching the movie, I did notice that with his grotesque handsome himself, you know, he didn't have white pearly teeth, you know, they don't have Colgate like that. So I chose to go with yellow. Later on, when I start to paint it in, I don't show it, but I do mix yellow and white, and that's how I get an off-white, off-yellow kind of look. But I do mix white in later because they do need a hint of white, and then I'm also going to highlight with white in a bit. So I'll explain it a little more when we get there. So now we are getting into the part where I fill in my teeth. Like I just told you guys, I did mix a good amount of yellow and white together to get the kind of, like, I want to get like a dirty monster tooth kind of look. That's what I wanted to get. So I did mix more parts of yellow in it than white, just so you know. But later you do see me highlight with white. But yeah, a little tip or something I chose to do was with the yellow outlines that I did with that face paint marker, which was a darker yellow, I didn't let the teeth touch each other with the face paint, just with that marker, so that way it kind of looked like a shadow as well. And when I was filling in my teeth, I would blend them up into where I had drawn that gum. Remember the gum with the red face paint? So that way when you're blending the whole part throughout, you don't have to go in later and try to save the whole thing. And now you actually see me doing the highlights that I told you guys I was going to do. So I'm adding white with one super fine face paint brush, and then with a dry face paint brush, I'm blending it out into the yellow. I noticed that the dry face paint brush for blending was way better. Like it had nothing on it, and that way it just made it look smooth in a very interesting way and not so harsh, because you don't want your highlights to be, I wasn't going for like a pop art effect, so I didn't want it to be harsh. I wanted it to blend and look seamless and look like nasty teeth. So that's what we did. In this part, I do lean into the camera a bit too much as to where you guys can almost not really see it. So I apologize, but I got into a groove. But I just show you my Graftobian color wheel. In that color wheel, I'm taking that dark red that you see, and that's what we're going to use to shade in our gums. So again, being a monster, symbiosis or whatever, he has a very distinct mouth, so you need to make it look like what it is in order for us to not look like a doofus. But that's what I did. This burgundy actually really made it stand out, made the teeth stand out, the shape, and made the pink of the gums also stand out. Again, I did use that same brush that I used for the spider, which is the flat one, the flat square one, allowing me to do more shading and also allowing me to get in there without messing anything up. And a little fast forward, I have now filled in where the tongue was. I filled in the background with a mix of brown and purple. I used purple to kind of make it look flesh colored a bit. And the tongue, I did the pink shading, which honestly guys is just placing pink in different places, but in a matter of trying to keep this concise as a video for you guys, and for you guys to get back to what you gotta do, I did fast forward it a bit too much. But I also added white squiggly lines on my tongue to highlight. For the white squiggly lines, you might feel like you're doing a bit too much, but in the effect, in the pictures and the videos, it will pay off. And I just used a NYX Vivid Brights white liner. It's an eyeliner, liquid liner, and I just did little random squiggly lines, blended it in, made it look pretty cool. And I also used that same NYX Vivid Brights liquid liner as like drool on the bottom of my teeth, and that's what you see dripping down into my tongue. And just get creative with it, guys. There's no like actual template, you know, just have fun. Have fun. This was the first time I did anything like this, like an illusion kind of piece. So it's just a lot of fixing, editing, patience is a virtue. And this is me dancing for some reason. But I blocked off my eyebrows as I did in another previous video. You can go watch that too. But I did show you guys glue stick powder, the basic stuff. That was my computer, I apologize. And then we're fast forwarding into the eyes. I outlined it with the actual face paint because I don't have a white face paint marker or anything like that, but just a very detailed brush. With Venom, I noticed he has very little space between his eyes and his mouth, so I left a very small portion that I was going to fill in with black later. And I didn't use my actual eyes because his eyes are much lower. So this is where I placed it. If you feel like you need to, you could do dots again to outline it for yourself. I didn't really do that just because I would fix it with a makeup remover wipe and then just fix it again and again and again. And, you know, I think you could do this. If I could do this, if Angie could do this, you could do this. All right? I mean, I really think you can. I really think you can. So a very important part, obviously, guys, to have that whole Venom illusion work, please make sure that your eyes are symmetrical when it comes to the tippy top of like the top of your eyebrows all the way to the bottom. Make sure the shape is similar, because that's honestly the only way you're gonna be able to pull it off. If it's even somewhat different, you're gonna be able to see the difference. So just keep playing with the makeup wipe, fix up the sides, make sure it starts and ends in the same place, they're both equally as wide, and all that stuff. After you are happy with your eyes, you're gonna go in with a very detailed brush, and you're gonna go around it with your black face paint. That's what I did here. And then I also took it up into my hairline and stuff because I was planning to take pictures. You don't see it here, but I do fill in my ears later on because I did sleek my hair back and take pictures in the ending video for you guys. And if you want, you could add texture with blues and shadows and stuff. I just chose to leave it plain black because I wanted to go for more of that classic look, you know. So that's what you see here, guys. But I do hope you guys enjoyed it. Also go with the black into your spider legs, in between them and around them. That way you have the whole look, you know. If you guys did like it, please like and comment. Let me know what you think. Any feedback is appreciated. And if you want to see more into what the look came out like than just the ending video, please go to my Instagram. It's Angie_s.p. I also post all pictures that have to do with my YouTube videos there. And I really appreciate you guys as always. I will talk to you guys soon. Take care.